It's the Center Fantasy Football Podcast.
Welcome to the party, pal!
Yes! Yes! Yes, this is my favorite part of the game.
Analyzing all of the league matchups week to week.
You can't win!
Get him a body bag! Finish him!
It is a bit above average.
I said this sucks, and basically so do you.
And discussing the boom, bust, and hidden gem players throughout the league.
We ain't found shit!
What the hell is Brett Favre doing here?
I'm in town to play the Dolphins, you dumbass.
Dan Marino should die of gonorrhea and rot in hell. Laces out.
Touchdown!
And here's your host,
Allow myself to introduce myself.
David Harbacken. All right, I'm joined by, God, this is my nightmare, finalist for this year's championship game, coach of Dave's secret crush, Mr. Eugene Gazenput.
Glad to be on the show, and I think you misspoke when you said finalist. You mean champion. Champion.
God, give it a week. We'll see. Although
I know you're secretly rooting for me, Dave.
Oh, no, I'm not. I'm outwardly rooting against you, but I do think that you'll probably win.
You're doing the whole opposite thing where you pick against yourself. I got it.
No.
We know where your loyalty stands.
Where my loyalty stands?
Yeah.
My loyalty stands with all the teams that have been eliminated. Sure.
Let's lube up the show and get it started.
I should mention that he that he has told me that he's drunk and heading for a train or something right now.
Heading for a train or running a train? Those are two different things.
Oh God. So, how does it feel to be a finalist?
Almost there, Dave.
Right.
I'm waiting for the interview after this. I can finally just unleash hell on everybody.
Sure. Are you gonna sing the song that traditionally is sung?
That we are the champions?
No, the Randy Watson song. Get your center history straight.
I mean, I don't know the Randy Watson song. I know they're coming to America.
Yes. The Coming to America, sexual chocolate song.
I'm gonna have you sing for me as the champion's right. To choose a champion. No, I be my champion to sing the song.
I refuse to sing that song until I win it. It's like the Stanley Cup. You don't sing it until you win it.
All right. But I have no problem winning. This is what I do. I just come in and I win.
I mean, first of all, I'm pissed.
I wanted to come on and just set the record straight because I wanted to come on, 3 weeks ago? When you and these were sitting all over me.
Right.
The fact that you got almost every single fact wrong.
Though.
And just inaccurate in every fucking football analysis. It's like hearing two jokers talk about something they have know nothing about. The fact that you guys picked apart the trade and just ripped them apart. It was just so factually inaccurate. It was just disgusting. I wish I could have been there for the podcast so I could just rip into both of you.
Rip into us now. By the way, I was largely ripping into your trade partners. Sorry, Putin.
So, you're right. You were ripping into them, but I feel like you guys are shitting on them unfairly. So, let's start with the first trade first. Back for hockey, the Devontae Adams, you mean the number one or number two wide receiver in the NFL in fantasy football? That guy? You guys were shitting all over that trade. How is that trade unfair?
I never said it was unfair.
So what the fuck? So why are you shitting all over Odwin for?
Because he's an idiot. Because a wide receiver is way, way less valuable than a running back. But it's fine.
Look, the point to point, right? Whether you're getting who's his number two wide receiver? I don't know who he is. The rest of his team sucks. But I gave him the number. I drafted the number one or number two wide receiver. and gave it to him in a fair trade for the 4 or 5 running back. That's a fair trade.
Sure.
So what are you guys complaining about?
It's more of a fair trade than the Nick trade.
Just because I'm in first place and you're in 19th place doesn't mean
I won fifth.
You can bitch about it.
I won 5th. I beat the Millennials. I finished in 5th.
If you're not first, you're last. So
that's how I feel. I agree with you.
Look, if you're not, look, Keenan Allen for Zeke, at that time that I made the trade, Zeke wasn't all that great. I don't even think he was in the top 10. He had like 3 or 4 like shitty weeks in a row, and Keenan Allen was doing work. So, yeah, Keenan Allen got hurt now, but before that, he was fucking a top 10 receiver. And Zeke at the time of the trade wasn't all that great. So, yes, he ripped off and had a monster run afterwards, but at the time of that trade, I timed it like the Le'Veon Bell trade perfectly, but it's a fair trade.
Sure. What about Buck Allen?
That was just a throw-in.
Okay. So it was really just
a Keenan Allen for Zeke.
You traded Keenan Allen for Zeke. That's really what you're going with? That's what you're going with, Violin?
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm going with. You focus in on Buck Allen, but as a throw-in, like who at the time, I forget who it was. There was some kind of an injury to the Baltimore fucking staff, and Buck Allen was getting work. But the trade was Keenan Allen for Zeke.
That's even worse.
At the time, no, but at the time, look at the weeks when the trade was made, and look at the 3-4 weeks preceding that. Zeke wasn't doing shit. Cowboys lost like 3-4 games in a row. They weren't fucking running the ball. They were stacking the box. They had no Amari Cooper to throw the ball to, and he wasn't doing shit. So at the time, it was a fair trade. You can't look at it now like 5 weeks later and be like, oh, that was a shitty trade. I mean, yeah, you can look at everything like that.
I don't have the numbers in front of me, but I agree that he wasn't having his kind of season that he was having last year.
How about the fact that I dangled fucking Patrick Mahomes in front of everybody?
You dangled everybody in front of everybody. You literally picked people out of the garbage can and then would offer it to them.
Patrick Mahomes is out of the garbage can?
No, I'm not saying Patrick Mahomes. I'm saying Sanu, for example.
The greatest player who ever lived.
You literally picked Sanu up in the draft and then immediately started offering him to everybody else.
No, it was Pat Mahomes and Sanu as another wide receiver for an elite wide receiver. Because I was looking for a number 2, number 1 wide.
Look, it's fine. The criticism is not about you. Clearly, you can manipulate people. I mean, just like Putin.
So I've convinced you. So I've convinced you. Are you saying I'm right?
Am I saying you're right?
I want to hear Eugene, you're right from you. I was wrong. You were right. That's what I want to hear from you.
I mean, you could hear. I'll say it. I won't mean it, but I could say it if you'd like.
I just want to hear it because I want to run it on loop when I go back to the house.
I can't give you that. I mean, it's almost Christmas, although we're Jews, so that's over. But I don't know if what am I saying that I was wrong and you were right about?
You shit on the trades unfairly, and you're saying I'm ripping people off. It's not true. I was offering everybody a fair deal. I'm the Robin Hood of the league. It was like I was giving away charity. I'm fucking only dangling Pat Mahomes.
Why? Because all of the teams are on welfare in spots 12 through 7 that you made trades with?
What you did was you poisoned the well against me. You poisoned... I was dangling Patrick Mahomes, the number 1 quarterback and fucking MVP of this league, for free, basically.
I poisoned the well against you.
You
they still are trading with you. And by the way, what did you pay Lombardi over there, the Lindsey Graham of your little organization over there, to be quiet about this one? Huh? Talking about turning people against. Huh?
He knows what to do. I run a puppet regime in the office.
I know.
He knows when to speak and when not to speak.
I know.
I was just out with him, actually.
Oh, well, I'm sure you colluded very well.
Listen, he knows when to keep his mouth shut, and he knows when to fucking speak up.
Right.
He's the Medvedev, right? Is it the guy who was the interim president while Putin was running office?
Yeah, the one he would switch with all the time. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what he is.
Okay.
So before we move on to the analysis, I want to hear the apology. That I was wrong. You were right.
I agree. I agree with what you just said.
I want to join. I take that as a joint apology for you and Geese. I take it you speak for Geese as well.
I wholeheartedly concur with what you just said.
All right, I'll take it. I'll take the apology.
Okay.
I appreciate it, Dave.
You're welcome.
It was big of you.
It is.
Yeah.
All right, so first of all, on to your game last week. I mean, did you even watch it?
No, I don't pay attention to like that kind of stuff. I focus on the real things. This is the first game I'll probably pay attention to all year.
So you didn't even pay attention last week?
No, I didn't check the scores. Did I win?
No, you didn't actually. So who are you rooting for in the final?
I just automatically assume I'm in the finals.
Oh, do you? What happened last year? When was the news broken to you that you didn't make it?
It was the Miracle on Ice should have been replaced with that game because D's pulling a fucking rabbit out of his ass. That's the way I should have won the pilot last year.
Well, yeah.
He pulled it out of he put a rabbit out of his head.
I agree with you there.
And your game.
I
would have
agree.
beaten you in the finals too last year.
I know. I agree with you there.
No, I'm glad you agree. I agree with me.
So, what did you do last week? I mean, actually, you had a pretty. What did you do with the Williams move there, where you sat Williams with 30 points?
Well, so the Williams thing, I was actually debating starting Williams, but he's been on and off. He's hit or miss. If I knew that Keenan Allen was going to get hurt in the first quarter, yeah, I would have fucking started him. But I couldn't have predicted that, so I went with a safe points. But he'll be in my lineup this week. Hopefully Allen's hurt again.
Oh, wait. Look, this is very exciting. We have your trade partner on the line, one of them. Hold on. I'm going to patch him through. This was unexpected.
Nick or Odwin?
Odwin. Dr. Hockey, you're on the air with one of the finalists for this year's championship game.
Champion, Dave. Champion.
Not yet.
What's up, Bud?
What up? Hello, people.
He's
people.
What's going on?
Nothing much. Driving home. You know, another day, another $1.
Well, you got $10 this year from your league winnings.
I was going to say not another $5. I think you lost the last 3-4 games.
Yeah, he won the tray. Congratulations, Dr. Hockey. You actually, well, I mean, you lose the tray, but you won the tray.
I mean, I'm thrilled to take my $10 and tray home.
Bud, I was just defending you to Dave, who was shitting when he and Geese were shitting all over you. I was just sticking up for you for the last 10 minutes.
He was. He was standing up for you and your trade with Eugene for Devonta Adams. He was standing up for you. He wasn't standing up for himself. He was standing up for you. He wants you to know that.
Yeah, I defend the little guys. I just want you to know that.
Yeah.
Like, I'm a champion of the people.
It was perfectly defendable.
I know. Dave knows absolutely nothing about football. Like, I have to fucking explain basics to him. So, for him and Geese, who finished in 15th place? Like, to fucking sit there and shit all over a trade when they know absolutely nothing about football is just comical to me. So, they're shitting all over you for making a trade that was Beyonce. Devontae Adams finished what? The number 2? He's the number 2 wide receiver in the NFL? What is he? 3?
Yeah, he's certainly top 3, right?
Yeah. And, like, I don't know what they're complaining about. You knew Fournette. It's like they could predict. It's weird. They like to analyze these trades in hindsight when like you could predict Fournette's gonna get hurt or something like that. You had Fournette. You don't need McCaffrey as much. You needed a wide receiver. It was a perfectly legitimate trade.
I was trading at a time when where I needed a high-end receiver. I didn't have any. You had two, and you had no running back.
I actually had three. I had Adams, Thomas, and Keenan Allen. And that was the direction I was going with my team.
That's right.
I saw McCaffrey, and I made the deal. I
made the deal, right? Freeman sucks ass. Fournette gets hurt, and I shit the bed. I mean,
First of all, I mean, okay, but first of all, never said it was an unfair trade. No, I did not. I said that it was a shitty trade. I just never said it was an unfair one.
What does that mean? What does a shitty trade mean to you, Dave? Do I have to explain the English language?
The results of it turned out shittily. But also, Dr. Hockey, let's see, do you defend the other trade that he made with Nick? Keenan Allen and Buck Allen for Ezekiel Elliott?
I'm not defending that at all. I only defend what I do.
Yeah, like why are you changing the topic, Dave? You're like backtracking.
Why am I changing what topic?
Yeah, like first of all, you want to go talk about Devontae Adams? Talk about Devontae Adams trade. Why ain't you go talk to Zeke? We could get Nick on the phone now.
By the way, I'd love to get Nick on the phone. He's putting his daughter to bed. Maybe he'll call. He was on a three-way. I have like 7 different text messages going along. What?
I mean, I don't know what logic Nick employed for the trade, but I'm not defending that trade.
Why not? Because it's not you?
That trade was a fair trade, too. That trade was a fair trade, too. I explained that to you, Dave. Look at the stats from Zeke from 3 weeks prior, and look at the stats for Keenan Allen for 3 weeks prior.
I'm not saying...
Look at the stats.
I am not saying whether or not it's a fair trade or not. I don't get into whether or not it was a...
You are. That's exactly what you're doing.
If somebody makes a trade, it's fair to me. That's my standard. I think years ago my trade with WrestleMania Man was fair because he made it.
I don't know.
And it got vetoed, which that I think is unfair. So I think anything that you could pull off with somebody else is fair game. And to that, I give you credit. I'm just going to shit on people like Dr. Hockey and Nick for being morons for doing it. That's all.
But you cannot possibly say that my trade was moronic.
Yeah.
Strategically.
Yeah.
That was not a strategically moronic trade.
I don't think yours... No. And I have said this. I don't think that your trade was... First of all, your trade took place in the first week of the season. You did need... Or like the second week or whatever it was. It was early in the season.
No, it was before the season started.
Before the season started? Yeah.
Sure. Yeah. So I don't actually think... the only thing I have said, the only criticism that I have about your trade is that I think that a running back is way more valuable than a wide receiver.
Dave,
and
you are making these comments after the whole season passed.
I stand by that statement for now, for the future, and in the past. I just...
How in the world do you use the word moronic when somebody's getting a number 2 or a number 1 wide receiver in fantasy football? You don't know.
Devontae Adams was not one. Okay, if you're looking at that in hindsight, by the way, Devontae Adams was not the number 1, number 2 preseason. He ended up having a really good season, but you can't say that he was. What?
Preseason, he was a top 5 guy.
Yeah, he was. He was a top 5 receiver. He might have been top 3 rated receiver preseason.
Preseason?
Yeah.
I don't know about top 3. I wouldn't top 3, top 5.
I can't believe you're making me do research. But I will. Preseason, wide receiver rankings.
There was Michael, right? OBJ, Antonio Brown, Michael Thomas. You could say Michael Thomas and Devontae Adams. And
DeAndre Hopkins, Odell Beckham, Julio Jones, Michael Thomas, AJ Green, T.Y. Hilton.
Devontae's over AJ.
Yeah. But I'm just saying. All right, so he is... So you're saying top 5?
Yeah.
Devontae Adams.
Wasn't going top.
I'm first of all
McCaffrey
top
wasn't
7
going top
right now. I mean,
McCaffrey wasn't even top 10.
are we looking at running back? All right, let's look at running backs. Okay, running backs top 10. McCaffrey 9. McCaffrey 9. He was 7.
Number 9. Okay.
9 versus 7. Okay. I also love how we're also conveniently always leaving out Delaney Walker as part of that trade, and the tight ends. Who did you trade in that?
Stop it. That was a throw-in.
Delaney Walker, and who did you trade for him? Delaney Walker, who, by the way, let's look at his preseason rankings, because I guess this all took place in the preseason. Delaney Walker, number
of the trade. Right? Nobody even cared about that.
Number 6. Number 6.
If you're focusing on that, you lost the argument.
What?
You're embarrassing yourself.
How am I embarrassing myself?
You're embarrassing, Dave. Stop. Enough.
No, what happened was Fournette shits the bed by getting hurt.
In the preseason?
And I never recovered. Oh, and by the way, nobody saw Eugene's quarterback also being like top quarterback in the league. Nobody saw that coming either. Right? Because that's where all his fucking points are coming from.
No, it's not.
I did.
Well, whatever.
He got 20 points last week. Eugene's points are coming from his 2 running backs that he got from you and Nick, who have finished with 12th and 7th respectively.
Eugene's strength came from a running back and his goddamn quarterback. The guy was throwing fucking 4 or 5 touchdowns a fucking game for first 6 weeks in a row. The guy had record numbers week to week. He's a goddamn phenom.
Yeah, he on the field, but points wise, Eugene didn't take over first place until he made the trade for Zeke.
You want to check this guy's quarterback points the first 5 weeks, first 6 weeks of the season? Are you fucking kidding me?
That's not what's winning him games, though. But here, I'll take a look at it.
I bet if you Google fantasy football,
wait, sorry, you're
that motherfucker at quarterback.
What?
You want to find statistics that a number of people who are finalists this year and had that motherfucker at quarterback. That shit's not a coincidence.
He's the MVP of the league. So stop it, Dave. Dave, I want you to apologize to Audrey, and then I want you to apologize to me.
That is not happening. That is not happening.
Right, I'm watching kicks fly.
I guess that
36. All right, week 1, 36. 50 the second week. 50 the second week. 31, 24, 17, 36, 41, 35, 33, 24. Against the Rams, he got 50, but so did Jared Goff, and I don't think that he's number 1 of the in the league.
Those are MVP numbers.
25, 22.
Those are MVP numbers.
Ben Roethlisberger has
dropping 50 points.
Ben Roethlisberger has thrown that kind of crap like 2 years ago. He was not an MVP. I'm not saying that he's not an MVP in the actual NFL. I'm saying that Mahomes, give me a break.
No, I'm saying Mahomes was a fantasy football MVP.
Fantasy football MVP. I got him for $3, Dave. $3.
And you got him for $3 fucking.
Yeah, that was a good pick.
How did you let that happen?
Yes, that was. I'm not taking away from your good pick. Do I think Mahomes is the MVP? I don't think so.
Dave, I actually have the cops circling my house for draft day robbery right now. I'm under fucking house arrest. Like, I'm going to be arrested for draft day robbery for drafting my homes for $3. You let that happen.
I let that happen?
You let that happen. All you have to do is bid one more dollar. $4 would have had him.
I probably didn't have any because I completely fucked up my draft by trying to screw over Minor with the auto draft with Minor and miscalculate because I Googled what
you were so after Le'Veon Bell. I know you were so gung-ho about it.
I didn't want Le'Veon Bell at all.
You got him.
No.
That was the draft day genius, right? That was the beautiful mind, the John Nash mind working.
I didn't want him at all. I actively tried to avoid him. The problem is I got stuck with him because I actually did the calculation of what the computer was going to bid him up to, and then it didn't go up to what the Google article said. What?
You drafted Le'Veon Bell?
What?
let's talk about how you drafted Le'Veon Bell.
Yes.
And that was $70 that you spent.
60 something.
Yeah. And before we get into Devontae Adams, let's talk about that.
Which completely screwed up my draft, my entire draft plan. He was not even. I wish I somewhere I do have my whiteboard that had the list of everybody I was looking for. I'll find it for you, and trust me, he was not on there.
Yeah, he was definitely on there. Yeah, anybody when you bid at $70 for a player, that's on your list. You know, you don't bid $70 for a guy if you don't want him.
If you're trying to screw somebody else with him, yes, you do. Who's not in?
Well, there you go. It's
what?
karma. It's karma.
Sure, it is. It is, but it completely threw off my entire draft plans.
Here's another thing. Did I or did I not offer Patrick the GOAT Mahomes to you in a trade?
I'm sure you did.
A fair trade.
I'm sure you did.
For free. I basically gave him to you for free.
Yeah, I don't think that happened.
And
but I also don't...
Where was that Belichick mind of yours when you passed on that trade?
I still didn't need him.
I don't even remember it. I didn't even know this.
What?
Yeah. I offered him I felt bad for him. He's tanking the season. I'm like, Dave, I'm going to help you out. You're going
to help me out? I was in second place.
I'm going to make you, and I said, I'm going to make you mediocre. And he passed on it. He was like, I don't need your help. I'm like, all right. I told you, I'm the Robin Hood of this league.
I was in second place.
Basically giving the guys, I was having a fire sale.
I might have even been in first place at the time.
I couldn't even make a free agent pickups. I was loaded with Pro Bowlers on my team.
Oh, my God.
I got all-stars at every position. I didn't know what to do. I'm like, Dave, I like you. Let me help you out. You're not doing well. I just see where this is going.
I can't believe that you have forced me to, root for the Whalers. I mean,
Yeah, this is what's happening. And, that was the goal of this man. So he goes on here with D's and shits all over you, shits all over Nick, and I have to defend you guys. I'm like, look, let me come on. And
you've shit over Nick. What do you think about the trade for Connor and Connor for Kittle trade?
I shit all over that. That was an unfair trade. I told you that from the get go. That was a straight up ripoff.
Okay.
Somehow you don't mention that.
I have mentioned it.
You mentioned my trade.
I have mentioned it.
That was an unfair trade.
I know it was hard. I know it was hard for you to hear because you don't hear anything that doesn't include your name in it. You tune immediately out once your main name is not mentioned, Donald. But
this is why I was doing Nick a favor by trading him Keenan Allen.
Right.
I was giving him wide receiver after you trade me.
No, I don't know about that. I don't know about. I still have issues with that. But I'm not here to defend Nick. I have my own problem.
He has not hired you. No. Here's look. First of all, and you want to talk about where my team collapsed? My team collapsed because Melvin Gordon.
I know where it collapsed at the draft. It collapsed at the draft.
I still made the playoffs, and my team collapsed because Melvin Gordon and James Conner, my entire running back core, also my receivers, all went down injured in week 12. They're conveniently coming back right now, of course, but they all got injured at the same time. What do you want when you build your team around 3 guys and they all get injured? What are you gonna do? I still made the playoffs, by the way, which I think is a monumental feat, unlike some other people on this podcast, not you, Eugene, who are walking home with the tray.
Look, did I or did I not offer Mahomes?
What's that?
Did I not offer Mahomes to you for free?
For free? For what? For future considerations?
I basically gave him to you for free.
What was the offer for? Who did you offer? Who did you want in return? Because Robin Hood.
I don't remember.
You don't remember.
Look, if I offer you Mahomes, anything I'm getting back in return is already you're getting the advantage.
He got 22 points last week.
Free.
He had a good season, but
it's free. It's free. I was giving him to you for free, dude, and you passed on him. It's like passing on Michael Jordan in the draft.
I had Matt Ryan, by the way, most of the season. And Matt Ryan, I think statistically, is the number 1 quarterback this season. What?
Basically, you drafted David Bowie instead of Michael Jordan. You're that guy now.
What are you talking about?
You drafted David Bowie instead of picking up Michael Jordan. You're that guy now. You passed on Mahomes. So you're in that category. It's like, I don't know how you could ever live that down. I would understand if you don't do the league next year because you can't sleep at night.
Yeah, right. I know you would love that, being that I've made the playoffs every year and finally faltered. But anyway, okay. Matt Ryan was number 3. He was the number 3 quarterback in the league.
I don't want you to be on the defensive. This is not what this is all about.
Yeah, the guy's numbers were off the charts.
What?
Off the charts.
Mahomes?
The guy this year was what fucking last year's Houston Texans quarterback was before he got hurt.
Deshaun Watson?
Yeah. Mahomes is ridiculous this year.
He got 2 games where he had 50 points. That really makes the difference between him and everybody else. What?
Games.
What?
You have a 30-point game as a quarterback. Those are top 5 numbers. How many of those did he have? He counted off like 10 games in that game.
Then he had 30?
So,
or at least 30?
Yeah, 30 or above.
30
yeah,
or above.
30.
Okay.
Anything 30 is a stud.
It's great. It's great.
He had an off game and had 22 points. So he had like an off week and had 22 points, which are like high numbers for most of the quarterbacks on this league.
Yeah.
Like average.
Oh my God.
Stop it, Dave.
Yeah,
you're embarrassing. You owe Audwin an apology. You don't have to apologize to me anymore. You just owe Audwin an apology now. I'll take that.
No. I stand
I don't
by.
expect an apology coming, but I just don't want anyone saying that trade I made before the season even started was a moronic strategic move. I mean, that's just not true.
That's not even what
a great trade for you.
I take back the word moronic. However, strike it from the record, fine, Your Honor. But what I do say is that the result of that trade definitely did not work in your favor and worked in Eugene's favor. Can we at least stipulate to that?
Well, it sure didn't work in my favor, right? My starting running back, got hurt or whatever the heck was wrong with him, and the other guy which had great, all types of preseason hype around him, actually shit the bed.
I know, the savior.
Hey,
and,
Dave,
and so, what do you want? I mean,
Davante Adams was not his problem. He was putting up points every single week.
I didn't say Davante Adams was his problem.
What
was his problem? What was his problem, Eugene?
There.
Was his problem that he didn't have a second or an RB1? Could that have been the problem?
No, but he wouldn't have had a wide receiver one. Then he wouldn't have any wide receivers, and he wouldn't get any points. He would have finished.
Yeah, he would have traded off the point, whatever. Right, whatever. Yeah, or I don't know if it would have been much better with McCaffrey.
Exactly.
I'm just not convinced.
Opportunity cost. Dave is wrong. He wants to go down. He wants to go down fighting.
You don't think that there were more available wide receivers in this league than there were running backs? You don't think that you could have found a wide receiver?
No. There's nobody like Davante out there. Who would you have picked up, Dave? Think of a one free agent wide receiver that was available on the waiver wire, like Davante Adams.
I don't know. Willer's probably picked up a million of them.
Yeah, one. Name one.
Name one.
You can't name one, especially at the end of the season. There aren't too much better than him.
Nobody. There's nobody. You just got weird, Dave.
No, I'm looking.
I wanted a top WR, one top WR, one top RB, and a top QB, and I ended up getting no top RBs and one top WR and one top QB. This is not enough. Not enough points. Can't run the ball if you can't win. Simple as that.
Mm-hmm.
I picked up Aaron Jones, who was a stud for me. He got hurt, so I have bad luck now. I'm going in with a big injury on my flex spot.
Mm-hmm.
No, the reality is the guy always has a shot to win because he got a quarterback that can drop 50.
That's good.
Wow.
I hope he drops 50 this week.
Oh, my God. I cannot believe that I'm talking to two people that are going to be champions in this league. That disgusts me when you're all so not... Mahomes... A quarterback does not make the difference. The quarterbacks generally get in the same range as everybody else.
What? The same league. I can't imagine. You look at all the numbers this guy put up and say, this guy did not practically carry this guy's team.
Audrey, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to set aside some time. I'm going to do a 2-hour fantasy football tutorial class. It's like a $50 sign up. I suggest Dave, Geese, and anyone else that wants to sign up for it. I might even throw in the first hour for free. I will teach them how to run a fantasy football team, the ins and outs, the draft, and they will be better for it in the end. This is what we're going to do. It's charity. It's the end of the year. It's Christmas time, holiday. I'm going to do the service. I'm going to use this as my charitable tax donation at the end of the year.
This is how you fan hates, right? This line of conversation. This is how you fan hate.
I'm going to throw in the first hour for free, just to get you involved. Like the rest of it could be bonus material. You can use it next year. You finish top 3. I'm not going to give out all the secrets, but you're going to be a contender. Instead of
I'm going to be a contender. I have never not made the playoffs. In the entire history of this league, I have never not made the playoffs. I am a 2-time finalist. No, I got beaten. What?
Do you hear yourself?
What? Yes. Yes, I do.
You're better. I'm going to coach you up. Don't worry about this. I got you.
You're going to coach me up? You're going to coach me up to what?
I will at least coach you up to mediocrity. How's that?
Actually, you know what I want? I'd love to take your class. Actually, I'm not interested in your class on coaching you up. I am interested in your class on ripping off morons in the league. I'd love that class.
Here we go. I thought you just took off. I thought you took back the moronic comment. Now you're throwing it out again.
I'm referring to Nick, not to Odwin.
So you're apologizing to Odwin now.
I'll let Nick defend his own trade. I can't defend that.
Can we talk about the Super Bowl? Or
go ahead. Go ahead.
Now that you apologize, let's move on to the Super Bowl.
Sure.
What do you want to talk about? I know you're rooting for Whalers.
Yes.
You're doing the opposite thing again.
Odwin, who are you rooting for?
I'm rooting for
Odwin.
I'm a league bet against himself.
What, Odwin?
Are you asking Odwin? Or you're asking
I'm asking Odwin, not you. Obviously, Odwin. Who are you rooting for in this championship game?
I don't even know because I've started to pay so little attention. I don't even know who's on Whalers' roster really.
Baker Mayfield, Tariq Hill,
Trubisky,
Kamara.
I mean, Zach Ertz. I mean, look. You want to talk about somebody else who made some trades? The trade he made with LeVar, where he completely ripped off LeVar, was he traded for Tyreek Hill and Zach Ertz for Antonio Brown and who was the other guy? He was a complete jabroni. I don't even remember.
Yeah, that was a joke.
Yes, I know. This was part of the commentary that I was making weeks ago.
What week did that trade happen?
That trade happened...
It doesn't matter. I don't care.
Doug Baldwin. Sorry. It happened October 4th. So, Antonio Brown and Doug Baldwin was what Miner got. And Zach Ertz and Tyreek Hill is what Whalers got.
Yeah, that's pretty awful.
It's fine. I don't care about that. I don't care about the trade.
Whalers could co-teach that how to screw somebody over.
This is what I am saying. Delaney Walker's and Ricky Seals-Jones. What was the other part of your trade, by the way? September 5th.
We didn't even care about the other people.
Yeah,
I know.
Yeah, those people are throwing.
I know.
Ricky Seals came back to my team at some point in the season.
He's constantly come back. He did. He actually did. He came right back.
Yeah. I had him back for free. or zero fab dollars.
I know, because Dr. Hockey is such a whiz at this.
It's okay. I dropped him.
I mean, every year it's so insulting.
tight end,
I lose the championship game to Dr. Hockey back in season 2. I lose to Geese, who claims that he plays defensive fantasy football. It's just so insulting.
Vile, just vile. that statement was unbelievable.
Minor is one. I think the only champion that I've ever liked is Shauna. Maybe Nick and Jamie when they won the first year, but who cares?
Wait, so Dave, you've been a chronic loser in this league. Is that fair to say?
No. I have been a chronic Marty Schottenheimer-like coach. I'm always there, but I can never win the big one.
Wait. Just answer me this. Have you ever won this league? Yes or no?
No, you haven't either yet. Please, please, Whalers. Please, Whalers. I can't believe...
I should have won last year.
I should have won last year. I should have won last year. I should have won in season 2. But that should have doesn't mean anything.
Yeah. So I'm gonna rectify the problem this year. But
I think you will, unfortunately.
Where do you want to do my parade? Do you want to do the parade in Jersey? Are we gonna go like tropical? Like, how do you want to do this?
Well, the Center Bowl is going to be in North Carolina, so you're welcome to flaunt yourself down there.
Yeah, we could do that. Can I have a throne built like the LeBron?
Whatever. I don't care. I'm just pretending that this didn't happen. But by all means, just go ahead.
Dave, I foresaw all this. This is why I wanted to raise the league entry fee to at least $100.
You know, there's
like this league is going to be like an annuity. Just pays me every year.
There's just no justice in there. There's no. It's just a cruel world.
You act like I don't earn, dude. I know the ins and outs. I put the work in. It's not like I'm just naturally talented at fantasy football. I put the work in. I scout. I do my research. I know what I'm talking about. So like. This is when you spew all this nonsense. I try to come on and check you, just to like set the record straight.
Right, right. That's all you're doing. I know.
You need the checks and balances of it, where you come on, you do the Sean Hannity aspect of it, and then come on and do the fact check on you. You're essentially the Trump of the podcast.
I'm the Trump of the podcast?
Yeah. You spew nonsense, and I have to come in and fact check you. So.
You're the Putin of the league, but okay.
So, look, we're going to get past this. Let's talk about the Super Bowl. I forgive you. I'm beyond that. I forgive you.
Uh-huh.
I still love you. Let's talk about the Super Bowl.
Okay, let's.
It's a 50-50 matchup.
Is it? I actually haven't even looked at this. Let's look at this. Let's look at the matchup. Where is it even? Okay. Wow, it is 143 to 143. Look at this. All right. So Mahomes at Seattle. Baker Mayfield he's going with versus Cincinnati.
It's not a bad matchup.
Which?
Cincinnati's terrible.
Cincinnati is terrible. I mean, Seattle. I'd still go with Trubisky versus or at San Francisco, but okay, whatever.
Yeah, that's because you know nothing about football. You're doing the right thing. It's fine.
That's because I know nothing.
I said you know nothing about football. Mayfield is clearly the better matchup. I'm not trying to help him. I'm just saying it's a better matchup.
I mean, okay. I mean, Trubisky got 42 points 2 weeks ago against Detroit, but okay.
How did he do last week?
He did terribly last week. But he was playing Minnesota last week. He was playing Minnesota last week as opposed to Detroit, and now he's playing San Francisco, which, by the way, is not that great a defense. But okay. What did Baker Mayfield do last week, by the way? 17 points. What did Baker Mayfield do the week before that? 15 points. What did he do the week before that? 18 points?
Mayfield against Cincinnati is a better matchup.
Sure, maybe it is. He got 33.92 points when he played Cincinnati, which was the last time that he had a good game. So maybe.
Okay.
All right.
Malik and Michael Thomas are a toss-up.
Tyreek Hill, or well, at least Tyreek Hill will take some points away from Mahomes.
That's true. Yeah.
Michael Thomas. I mean, what has he been doing lately? Actually, I don't even
For the
know.
most part, he's had a stud season for the most part.
11 last week. He had 20 the week before, then 9, 7.8, 19. I mean, he's been hot and cold, so, you know.
Yeah, I'm hoping he'll catch fire.
Yeah. I mean, Tyreek Hill, that guy was unexpectedly good, although he's been kind of quiet lately, too. 8.1 last week, 22 the week before, 6 the week before that, but then there was a whole string of really good games. Okay. Williams. Which Williams is this? Which Williams sister is this? What?
This is the 33-point Williams.
All right, well, he's going against Baltimore. They're a much tougher defense. I don't think that he's going to have that 33 points. But Galladay has a tough game against Minnesota.
Yeah. I'm hoping he gets hits down. But it's close. It's close on both sides. It's going to be a tough matchup.
McCaffrey versus Atlanta. I think he's going to do fantastically there.
I hope so. Well, Newton's out now.
What?
They shut Cam down for the season. There's no quarterback. So who knows?
Yeah, but that means that they'll run it more.
Yeah, but they're going to stuff the box and have no wide receivers on that team.
No. I mean, who's their backup? I mean, can he throw anything? Like, is it... I don't know. See, this is part of the problem. I have stopped paying attention a little bit to the league because I don't give a shit anymore. But all right. Okay. But, I mean, Atlanta has a terrible run defense, or at least they did when I used to pay attention. Kamara versus Pittsburgh. Pittsburgh is not bad, and, I mean, they're at home. But then they also have Ingram that takes away some carries. I don't know.
That's great analysis, Dave.
Yeah, I know. Mixon versus Elliott. Elliott's playing Tampa Bay. Obviously, Elliott will have a good game. Mixon is playing at Cleveland. What?
Mixon has been great lately.
Yeah, I know. He has been. He saved him last week. He got like 29 last week.
Acquired Elliott mid-season like this. I just can't believe that. Suck.
I mean, what? Actually, now that I have Elliott on the screen, let me look. So, when did you make this trade for Elliott?
I don't know.
You don't know. Okay. Because I actually do. I can look this up. Fine. Let me look this up for a second because I can't believe that I'm even going back to this. But let me look this up. So you made the trade for Elliott on September 27th. Okay. September 27th. So let's look at his stats before then. And how horrible a season he was having, according to you. 17.6 the first week, 19.7 the second week, 14.8 the third week. So 3 weeks in is when you made this trade.
Never cracked 20 points.
Never cracked 20 points. Still, Buck Allen and Keenan Allen up to that point. I mean, for 3 weeks, you did the same thing. How did the Le'Veon Bell deal last year get such criticism, but you make this trade? I actually thought that this trade happened much later in the season. Like, oh, we really had like a period of time where he didn't do well.
I thought I did too, actually.
I know. Apparently not. Apparently, 3 weeks in, and he didn't crack 20. He got 19.7 the first week. And that's when you trade him away.
This is the Le'Veon Bell trade time.
It's ridiculous.
I think I traded for Le'Veon 3 weeks in also.
I know, you did. And literally, it doesn't get the same kind of criticism because, because Mr. Defensive Fantasy Football Coach from last year, this is really what this is all about. Karma is coming back to strike Geese, who's not even on this program. Because last year, you shit on Geese. What?
I didn't shit on Geese.
Lombardi did, by the way. That's what I meant. Lombardi shit on Geese.
I never shit on Geese.
No, you didn't. You raped him, but you didn't shit on him. So.
I didn't shit on him.
I know you didn't shit on him.
I gave him a towel to clean up afterwards.
Right. And then karmically, Lombardi was the one who shit on him the entire time. And, what do you call it? Geese karmically got back by winning the whole thing. And then this year, karma is coming. It's like a whole Skywalker drama. This doesn't even involve me. I'm just a pawn in this fucking sick game of karma that's taking place here. Anyway, Ezekiel, 3 weeks in, I can't believe you got him. 3 weeks in.
So he was bad for 3 weeks. He wasn't living up to his potential. And Nick needed help at wide receiver.
Are you really going to defend this one? I'll give you the hockey one, and I've said this.
I'm not saying. Look, I got the better end of it.
Okay.
But what I'm saying is, it wasn't like an unfair trade. It was.
When we're talking about strategy again now, right? Now we're talking about strategy again. I don't see how strategically, even if you're struggling at the wide receiver position, you give up like this amazing cohort of running backs that you have in your arsenal. You gotta think that at some point you're gonna have weeks on weeks where Gurley and Zeke go off.
I know.
Look,
Nick would be.
I don't see why you give that up.
I don't
so strategically, I'll let Nick defend first.
I'll tell you. He probably thought, look, Gurley was killing it. He's like, I could do enough with Gurley and whoever else. And hold on, is there somebody picking me up? Is this my wife? Oh, this is nice. Is this her? Holy shit! Wow, I'm getting a ride. Hold on. Hey, thanks for picking me up. Sorry, I'm on a podcast right now.
Hello.
She can't hear you because I have my headphones in.
That's fine.
But no, I said the trade happened. He thought he could do enough with Gurley and whoever else he had. I'm not looking at this team. And he needed help at wide receiver. And the Buck Allen was a throw-in. Maybe he could plug in as a flex or wide receiver too. But Allen was the heart of the deal.
Allen for Elliott? Are you kidding me? Oh my god!
At the time, Elliott wasn't doing like
for the 3 weeks. For the first 3 weeks?
Yeah, 3 weeks.
Oh my god!
So he was impatient. I was more patient.
Oh my god!
So don't get on me. I mean, I made the right move.
I didn't. That's what you don't keep getting.
But I'm saying it wasn't like a rape. He got a top 10 wide receiver. Keenan Allen, up until he got hurt, was probably up there too. He was probably in the number 5 wide receiver. Check his stats from week 14 on. He was probably a top 5 wide receiver.
I can't
He was
believe
top 5 wide receiver after 3 weeks in the league.
Keenan Allen.
Oh, I don't know. I don't know where he was in top 3, but he was probably a top 10 guy.
Keenan Allen. All right, 3 weeks. We're looking at Keenan Allen. All right, 3 weeks in, Keenan Allen had 24 the first week, 12.7, 12.7 the second week, and then the week before you traded him, he had 5.4 points.
Well, that was week 4 probably.
What?
But the first blew up, he blew the first week, and then he had 2 average weeks, and then after that the trade happened, where he should have been.
He had 5.4.
But look through it. Where is he now? Up to 16. He was probably a top 5 guy.
Where is he now?
He went off in the last second game.
So he was pedestrian 2 out of the 3 weeks
Yes.
prior to his trade?
Yeah.
Yes.
And you gave up your top 5 running back?
Yeah.
I didn't give him up. He gave him up.
Okay. So
Why
is he
is
top?
it
Is he
rape?
top? Whatever.
I'm
He's
trying
top
to go
10.
for-
1, 2,
Why is this
3.
not rape?
I know. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10th. He's 10th in the league.
You're looking up He didn't play that. I want you to look right up to the week before he got hurt. Last week, that doesn't count.
I'm telling you, right up to the week you got. Right up to the week. What do you mean?
You can't count now because he got hurt last week.
I'm just telling you.
About right up to when he got traded.
Right up to when he got traded, first of all, I don't even know how to dig into those kind of stats right now. But I can tell you, right now, season long. I mean, because he only got hurt last week, right?
Yeah, you can't count last week. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, but it sounds like to me 2 out of 3 weeks prior to this trade, he wasn't really high performing.
He wasn't.
Yeah, but 2 weeks, like you can't make a determination as to what the
Actually, it doesn't sound like he was performing any better than Zeke.
I know. I mean, look. I actually will give you a defense, Dr. Hockey. Davante Adams actually number 1 in receiving in the league. I'll give you some defense of that. I will take back what I said about Dr. Hockey. I will not take back what I said about Nick. Hello?
Look,
I'm just trying to understand, the strategy behind it. I mean, he wasn't happy with Zeke's he was still performing better than the receiver he traded for.
Yeah, but he thought he could probably get by with Gurley, and it was like a 2-for-1 deal. I don't know why he made the deal. I'm not here to defend him. Why am I stuck defending him?
I don't know.
You're just there to rape him.
I know, exactly.
It wasn't rape. It was, look, I think I got the better end of it.
Yeah.
But I don't think it was grossly unfair.
I don't even see how it was fair.
I don't even think it was. I don't even think it was grossly fair.
The trade happened later in the season too. By the way, I was of that school of mind.
Yeah,
right. Yeah, I thought so too.
Yeah,
I think Dave is wrong. I'm saying it was.
I don't know. You want me to relook it up because I'll look it up. I really did think I could be wrong because I definitely thought it was later. But let's see.
I thought it was later too.
Where's the transactions? Okay, trades, because there's only 4 trades this season. I mean, it says the 24. I mean, the latest trade in the season was October 4th.
I don't know. I just don't know. I thought it was later in the season.
There was. I thought it was too, but there were one. So Kittle was traded to James, for James Conner on September 5th. Then also on September 5th, yeah, whatever. Also September 5th, the exact same day was the day that you traded McCaffrey and Walker for Adams and Ricky Seals-Jones, who ended up back on your team. Then September 27th, Ezekiel Elliott for Keenan Allen and Buck Allen, and then Whalers made his trade on October 4th for Antonio Brown and Doug Baldwin for Zach Ertz and Tyreek Hill. What?
Can we just get back to the Super Bowl? I want to hear picks. Who do you think is going to win? Who are you rooting for? That you can make your real pick, and then secretly you can tell me the real one.
I'm rooting for Whalers, and I think you're going to win. But let's see. Ingram at Indianapolis. You're going with Ingram? Interesting. What has he done? I don't know. I don't know anything about the Giants.
I actually just picked him up as we were on the thing. As we were on the podcast.
What did he get last week? Wow, he's actually been coming on. Look at this. 15 points the week before that and 10.7 the week before. All right. Not a bad pickup there. I mean, Zach Ertz did not play well last week. But
the fact that you approve it makes me fucking second guess my decision.
What?
The fact that you're approving it and liking it so much makes me second guess my decision.
Okay, well.
I might put Braid back in. You're
going to put Braid back in? I mean, Braid did outplay your opponent last week when he only got 1 point whatever points. Okay. Chris Carson versus Kansas City. I mean, Carson's been good lately, right?
Yeah, losing Aaron Jones hurts, I'll tell you that.
Yeah, he was actually
He was on a tear.
He was.
He was great.
But Chris Carson, look, 26 points last week, 15 the week before that, 13, 14. I mean, he's been decent.
How much cred do you give me for picking up Aaron Jones?
I give you
that out of the dumpster.
I do give you credit for that. I give you credit for that.
So you focus on these two trades, which were fair. You just went on the record to admit the Devontae Adams trade was fair because you got the number one wide receiver in the league. And
I went on the record and said that your trade with Dr. Hockey was fair.
Yeah, that's what you said.
I said they're both fair. I said whatever, it's all fair, Roger Stone, whatever you can get away with.
and so you admit the trade with Ardoin was fair, and
it ended up working out evenly.
And you don't give me the props for drafting Mahomes.
I give you
Cousins,
but I'll give you credit for drafting Mahomes.
Allen. I drafted and Devontae Adams. I had 3 of the top 5 wide receivers in the NFL. I would have been in first place anyway, Dave.
No, you would have been. No.
Look, I was running to where I'm meant to be.
You would have been a playoff team.
Yeah, I would have been first place.
There's a difference between first place and playoff team.
I was going to be in first place.
What?
Having Mahomes was going to be in first place. When you're putting up 50 every week, that's where it gets you.
He's not getting 50 every week. He's a good quarterback. He's definitely a good quarterback, and he's been reasonably consistent. But I just don't feel... Look, Joe Flacco won the championship last year. You don't need a quarterback in this league.
I'm not saying you need a quarterback. You don't need a quarterback. All I'm saying is this guy on the phone season took off because of Mahomes.
No, it took off after Elliott.
Look, how many victories do I have? Am I undefeated on the season? Am I 14 now?
No, you're not. And in fact, one of your losses was to the Whalers, which gives me hope.
Look, I was hoping for the 72 Dolphins season. I'll take it out. It's okay. As long as it's like even the 95 Bulls lost a few games.
Yeah.
Everybody knows the conclusion to this story.
Actually, you didn't lose to the Whalers. Sorry.
Okay.
You lost to me. Sorry, you lost to me. But anyway, go ahead.
Yeah, I probably benched Mahomes against you just because I felt bad for you.
Yeah, in your 166 to 126 loss. But anyway, go ahead.
Look, it's going to be a close game. This is the Super Bowl. This is the first game of the season that actually matters.
This is the third time playing the Whalers, by the way, this season. So you won. All right. So historically, you won. You played them in week 2. You beat them 136.10 to 107.60. You played them in week 13 where you blew them out 160.60 to 116.70.
Is that wrong for the sweep?
Yeah.
Look,
you're basically trying to do what Tillett did to me. What?
If I win, send me his address. I'll mail him a broom.
That's fine. I don't know his address either. It's somewhere in Michigan. All
right.
So he has.
Do they deliver brooms?
What? He has.
You have a broom guy? You have a broom delivery guy?
I'm not the broom delivery guy. I only deliver food for Grubhub or whatever. Okay.
I'll hire you to deliver the broom.
You'll hire me? Sadly, I might need the job. Anyway, so Nick Chubb.
I got you, Dave. Don't worry about it. I'll support you.
Yeah, I'm sure. Nick Chubb, 10 points last week, 18 the week before, 16 the week before that, 27 back when he played Cincinnati last time. So, look, he has some decent matchups, Whalers does. You're going with Miami defense against
Jacksonville? It's going to be close. I think it's going to be a very close game. I could lose. I'm talking a lot of shit, but I could lose.
I thought that you were going to... See, actually, I thought you were going to lose when you were playing him like 3 weeks ago at the end of the season. I don't think you're going to lose this one. I really don't.
No, it's going to be close.
It'll be close. It'll be close. I think Elliott... Well... I think you have better running back matchups, like just in terms of who they're playing. I think
He has good running backs. Yeah. I hate my tight ends. I've hated all season. Having Ertz is a. I don't know what Bulls will do with the tight end spot because he's sort of new to the game.
Mm-hmm.
So if he focuses on Ertz, I might be in trouble.
Yeah.
Because Mahomes has a bad matchup. I was actually looking at Cousins. Because Cousins, I think, has a better matchup.
He does, actually.
I know.
That would be interesting.
But it's very difficult to bench Mahomes.
I understand.
So, I don't know. And it's an away game in Seattle.
I know. Although, aren't they in a position where they could...
Why is Seattle a bad matchup for Mahomes? I don't understand that. What's the
Nobody
problem?
plays well in Seattle. They have a great defense. It's inside the dome. It's just loud.
They're
They
trying...
don't have a great defense. But it's loud there. I'll give you that.
They do.
They're trying
It's one of
to...
the worst.
They're trying to make the playoffs, also, Seattle is.
Yeah, they're a playoff-bound team. They're good defense.
Yeah. I mean...
They've been good all season.
Yeah.
Carroll's up for Coach of the Year. So,
Yeah.
they're a good team. And they run the ball a lot. They waste a ton of clock because they don't throw the ball.
Mm-hmm.
And it could drive down the quarterback numbers.
Right, and Cousins is playing Detroit, who's actually given up a lot of points to
I know.
They just give up a lot of
I'm
points.
still not decided. I might pull like a last-minute Hail Mary and just start Cousins.
All right.
I don't know. The Hill thing worries me, so it might be like an offset. Okay, it's a bomb. So that's why I might play. That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah, the Hill thing could worry you. And Mike Williams, do you think that now that I mean, because they have so many Williams over there, also, don't they have that other Williams guy?
Tyrell Williams. I owned him too for most of the season.
I know. Well, that was actually part of the problem because I had him like last year. Is that like one would have a great game, then the next it was very inconsistent to be able to tell who would have the best game.
I think Mike or Max Williams, whatever his name is the better wide receiver.
Mm-hmm.
And if Keenan Allen's out, which I'm hoping he is,
Mm-hmm.
I think I'll focus on him. But again, not Seattle. Who are they playing? They're playing the Rams, right, or something?
Who?
Who are the Chargers playing?
Baltimore.
It's a tough defense. It's a tough matchup.
Well, they're a good defense, and they run the ball. Like they you want to talk about killing clock? They kill a ton of clock.
Yep. So we'll see.
Yeah.
I think he'll be the target there.
I'm surprised that Whalers is not going with Damian Williams actually in the Seattle game.
It's a tough matchup, and it's a toss up. He had a good week last week, but I don't think he's that good.
Mm-hmm.
He had a good matchup last week, and I don't think he's going to do as well. And he's got like Mixon and Kamara. Who's going to bench over that?
Chubb. He could play him in the flex, but I mean Chubb actually has a good matchup. I mean he's playing against Cincinnati.
Chubb is great too. Chubb is good.
I know.
It's tough, man.
No, I know.
Those are all good questions.
I know. You broke up a little there.
They both suck.
What's that?
I hope they both suck.
What?
Who knows?
All right.
I got my own problems to worry about.
Yeah, I mean, you're right. It should be a close game. I don't know. I think he has a few better. I think you have a better team, but I do think that he has some more favorable matchups than you do this week. But we'll see.
Which is all that matters. It's a coin toss at this point.
I know.
I think I had the best team all season. But I could see him getting lucky this week because of the best matchups. And I had a Aaron Jones injury.
Yeah, that's true. I know what injuries are like.
Yep.
Yep.
Look, football. That's what happens.
Any thoughts on the third place game?
I don't even want to talk about that. It's inconsequential to me.
That's fine. All that matters is you anyway. All right, hockey. Are you still there even?
Yeah, I mean, you know, Eugene's hard to like, but I'm probably the big you know, not that Whalers is flower bed either, right?
Back we go.
Huh?
You have to root for me. Me and Auburn go back like freshman year in college.
I mean,
there's nobody who likes North. He told me that privately.
My God, it's like the word. I'm trying to think of like other matchups in sport. I remember because I hate the Cowboys. Like when the Cowboys played the Steelers, and I had to root for the Steelers. Ugh. Oh.
Just one of those Super Bowls where you really just don't care about the outcome. You just kind of watch it just because it's the Super Bowl.
I know, Patriots Eagles, where you're just like, what do I do here? Like,
I'm a perennial contender. I'm going to be in a championship game every single season.
I mean, it's just one of those games where you just drink liquor and you're just like, whatever.
Do you guys want to come to the Super Bowl party? Is that what you're trying to get? Look, I'll invite both of you to the Super Bowl party. I'll get Justin Timberlake. He could perform. He could do the selfie thing. Whatever you guys want.
I mean, also, by the way, historically, everything is working in your favor, just in terms of Center League history. So, first of all, teams that have lost a previous championship game have never come back to win one. And Whalers has made the most appearances out of anyone else in this league, and he's lost both of them. This is his third opportunity. He's been in 3 of the 6 championships games.
Are you the Buffalo Bills of fantasy? Is that what it is?
Somewhat, except it hasn't been considered. It's like every other year. Although now he's had a drought of 2 years at this point. But
well, since I've been in the league, I've been running this thing. So let's take Whalers. Let them take a step back.
There's also been. Sure. There's also only been one.
He didn't do shit last year because I shit all over him last year, and I'm gonna shit all over him this week too.
Sure. Also working in your favor is that the first place team has won every championship except one. I don't like to mention which is the one, but that's been the case. In fact,
defensive team somewhere.
Dude, you shouldn't have won last year. I should have won last year. I told you. There was a fluke that you didn't beat me. I had literally everything go wrong. I had like 2 guys get hurt. Russell Wilson had the worst game of the season. It was like a fluke, and I would have beaten you in the finals. So I should have won last year.
Did you have more points than me in the finals? I think you might have actually.
Yeah, I would have won.
Yeah, probably. But I should have won too. Whatever. It was I agree. It's a complete fluke. But that guy. But he keeps running around like it's like saying it's defensive fantasy football and anything. I will tell you that there is some satisfaction that Guy's got second to last place this year after running his mouth all last year because you didn't have to listen to him all season. Well,
look, he wasn't a good fantasy player last year. He wasn't.
Yeah, but meanwhile he's the champ. It's disgusting. It's disgusting to me.
Yeah.
The amount of people that have championships in the center after all that I've been through kills me.
If I get a championship this year, I'm going to set this fire. I'm the new Golden State Warriors of the league. I'm going.
Well, I will say this. Nobody's ever won 2, so, But I look forward to listening to you run your mouth.
You don't want me winning this thing.
No, I don't. I have readily said that. The fact that I have to root for the Whalers. I mean, understand the Whalers. Drago from the center. How did he become the good guy?
I don't know.
Cats and dogs living together. Mass hysteria.
I am like a better version of Apollo. I'm not flashy, but I win.
Oddman, are you going to let him stand there and call himself Apollo?
I mean, how does this guy get black and call himself a pilot? I don't know.
These colors don't run. These colors don't run.
I think he's
your
Mr.
trash
T.
talk has to rhyme before you start calling yourself Apollo.
He could be Mr. T. He could be Clubber Lang.
Right.
I get clever. Look, if I win,
He might need to bench a little bit more too before he starts calling himself Apollo.
if I win, it's gonna be bad news for everybody. You don't want that. I'm always rooting against myself because I'll feel bad for everybody if I win.
Oh my god. Yeah, it's Eagles Patriots. That's what this is like. Although I have to say,
I'm rooting for the Whalers. I don't want you guys to be upset for the fans. I don't want there's gonna be trouble for you guys.
well, then it's unanimous. Everybody's rooting for the Whalers.
I'm rooting for the Whalers. I feel bad. I bench my home. I'll feel bad.
No, you might bench Mahomes because Cousins might have a better game.
Look, I'm gonna bench AP. I'm gonna there. Do you want me?
Well, you're completely breaking up here.
My battery.
What?
I'm putting my headphones.
I have no idea what you're saying.
Did you hear me?
Now I can.
Sorry. I don't know if my headphones are dying.
They could be. All right. Well, as far as the
Anyway.
do you have any other whatever commentary?
No. I have no value to add.
Yeah, I mean,
the only person who's cheering for me is Audwin. I appreciate that, Aud. He's the guy I can always count on who's in my corner. Aud, you're my... I got
Corner's a strong word. I mean, we should say I'm somewhere in your fan base, sort of.
You're
Really?
my Mickey. You're the Mickey to Rocky. You're in my corner.
Now he's calling me old. Old with like one eye or something.
and a hearing aid.
Right. Recommend chicken.
Look, I'm going to dedicate this game to Audwin. I'm going to win this for Audwin.
Oh my god. Audwin has already won one. He doesn't need any dedication. As shitty as he's been the last few years, he's beaten me too. Everybody's fucking beat me. It's ridiculous. Thank God Nick hasn't done it yet, because then I might actually have to jump out the window. Because I know that he will be unbearable under his reign if he gets it too. Oh my god. Oh my
Dave, I want you to be active. I want you to change your destiny. Take my boot camp class. I'm going to set you straight. You won't have this problem again.
Which problem?
The fantasy football problem. You don't know how to draft. You don't know how to run a team. You're wrong in every analysis. I got you. You're my boy. I will set you straight. I'm going to give you the tutorial. It's going to be a boot camp.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
You can invite your friends. I'm going to set you straight.
I'm a two-time finalist. I am a two-time finalist.
Do you hear yourself?
I do.
Do you hear yourself?
I am a 6-time playoff team. I have one of the highest winning percentages in this league. I just haven't won the big one. I'm the Dan Marino. I'm the Dan Marino of the center. We all know that.
Look, I'm dedicating this game for Audwin.
And just because you, Trent Dilfer, comes in and might be able to fucking pick up a ring doesn't take away from me.
Hey, I can dedicate this game too, but I don't usually put it.
Oh my god.
Alright, I'm going to sign off. I get early predictions. Aud is in my corner. I'm assuming Geese is for Whalers. Nick is probably rooting for me and Zeke.
Nick?
Lombardi.
Nick is I actually posed this to him a long time ago when it was when you two were in first and second place, when you first got there, and he said, yeah, you got to root for the Whalers.
I'm gonna order the "He Hate Me" shirt jersey, and it's gonna be me. It's gonna be me against the world.
I think it is you against the world. Except the world thinks that you're going to win. That's the difference. It's not like you against the world, like everybody's like, oh, we're all doubting you. We all think you're not going to win. I think we all think that you're going to win. Just nobody wants it.
As long as I got Mickey, my odd one, in my corner, I don't need anybody else.
Sure.
I got odd. And
what does Lombardi have to say about this?
My bitch? No, who cares? Who cares what he thinks? Do you care what he thinks? Are you really sitting here asking me for what Lombardi's opinion is? Does it matter?
I mean, if my coworker was you, first of all, and I had to come into the office with a potential champion rubbing it in my face, yeah, I'm interested to hear what you know, what he has to think.
I only rub it in the face of my peers. I don't consider him a peer. He didn't even make the playoffs.
No, he's in the seventh place
rub
game.
it in the face.
Okay.
That's just piling on. I don't do that. I don't pile it on. I'll rub it in your face. I mean, but you know, once you take my camp class, you'll be a peer. Because I'll teach you my trade secrets.
Oh my God.
You know.
Please don't let him win. Please. Lombardi's in the ninth place game. He's playing LeVar's team. In the seventh place game, Nikki Baby's playing in the Lightning Rods, and in the third place game, which is the only game that actually matters besides yours this week.
I am rooting for Lombardi. You have my vote for Lombardi. I got my boy. I'm rooting for Lombardi.
For ninth place? Okay, I'm sure anybody cares.
I take interest in that. I take interest in that game.
Okay, well, I that's fine. It's like the you know, the Tostitos Who Gives a Shit bowl. But okay.
Yeah. The toilet bowl.
Yeah, the Doritos Locos Nachos toilet bowl. Okay, so in the third place game, Tillett plays Nick and Jamie. They don't even have a quarterback at this point. I think Tillett's going to win this one. I thought Tillett actually, I thought, had a chance to make it to the finals and even possibly win there, but Saquon and Amari Cooper shit the bed, so he didn't.
I'm going to go.
All right.
I'm going to go. I don't want to stay for this part of the podcast.
I know. We stopped talking about you. So, all right. Good luck.
Yeah, this doesn't affect me.
I know.
Baldwin, I got this for you. It's like Jay-Z and Beyonce. It's me and my girlfriend. I'm going to take it home for you.
Is he referring to me as Beyonce now?
Is there a bigger compliment than Beyonce? Oh, come on. That was a compliment.
No, it's not.
I'm going to win this for you. For Mickey, for Beyonce, for everybody.
All right.
Okay. Good luck.
Carry on.
Dave, I'm going to give you the early bird special weekend. So, don't worry. All right, guys.
All right.
Good luck.
Good luck.
All right. Later, guys.
Good luck.
All right, hockey. Let's finish up the rest of this podcast since Geese is not here. I was going to do a whole whatever, but I was going to do this just as a segment where I was going to go in and interview him almost like Meet the Press. But, of course, you can't have a short conversation with Eugene. So, all right.
Not at all.
That is my analysis of the championship game, which is that I do think... I mean, he's right. It is actually close. I do think that, you know, God hates me, so Eugene will win. But
a team called Dave's Secret Crush will win.
Yeah. So, yes. But I do think it'll be close. I mean, if you're Whalers, I mean... 3 times? I mean, he's been to half the championship games and still hasn't won one. I mean, you're going to start to get a reputation. Come on, Whalers, come through. Come through. This is like literally the only person you could play that would actually have the league rooting for you. Don't pass up that opportunity. Come on, man. All right, so in the third place game, Nick and Jamie doesn't even have a quarterback. They have, oh my God. First of all, they're going with how many Patriots again? James White, Sony Michel, Gronkowski, Edelman, Goskowski. They have the Seattle defense against Kansas City, T.Y. Hilton, and then I guess, Nick Foles is going to be their quarterback because that's the only one that they picked up. Going against Tillett, who has Roethlisberger at New Orleans, Mike Evans at Dallas, Cooper versus Tampa Bay. I think Cooper will have a good game. Barkley at Indianapolis. Dixon at the Chargers. Dixon won't do anything. Ian Thomas versus Atlanta. He almost did something but didn't. Tyler Lockett at Kansas City. Bryant and Atlanta. I think Tillett Trey will win this game. First of all, the projection is 120.73 to 97 point whatever. Nick Foles sucks and cost me my championship last year, so he can go fuck himself, and if that's who they're picking up, go fuck yourself. I don't want you to win even third place. Though I think I did last year. I won third, right? No, I won second. What am I saying? I got second. Who got the third place game? I don't even remember. I think it was Eugene, was it? Ugh. How is he so successful in this league? It's terrible. Tillett. Yeah, I'm rooting for Tillett. That's it. Do you have anything else to say to the league, Hockey?
I don't.
I know.
What can I possibly say?
I mean, you are the Trey winner. Also, that's the thing. We're talking about Tillett Trey being in the finals, and now you are the Trey winner. I mean, that's something. You have both a championship and the Trey.
I mean, this is nothing to be proud of. There's zero to be proud of this year.
I mean, Geese wanted the Trey. I talked to him last week. He was like, I can't even win the fucking Trey. This is the week that they go off and get me like 150 points where I would have beaten anybody. Yeah. So, whatever.
Yeah, he did have a remarkable week.
Yeah, I don't even think he looked at it. I definitely tried. I didn't even try anything because I was going to do something, but like James Conner was technically doubtful and not out, so I couldn't move anybody because he was an injured reserve, and I couldn't take him out. Whatever, it was a pain in the ass. So, and then Gordon had already played, so I couldn't move him back down there. Either way, so I did nothing to my lineup, but I did want to beat the Millennials, and we did. So that at least felt good to get fifth, and not lose my last game of the season to the Millennials. But otherwise, yeah, I don't know. What are you gonna say? Rebuilding here, like I said, it's exactly like the Patriots versus the Eagles. What are you gonna do? And Eugene just texted, "Congrats, you just had the podcast of the season. You finally did it." He's not even listening to this by this point, but. Oh my God. You should have seen how many messages he sent me earlier. He's like, I don't know. Whatever. All right. So that's my predictions. Tillett, will win third place, and I think Eugene will win the championship. But it'll be, look, if Whalers can come back, it'll be like the Eagles. Go, get the, you feel like just a little bit better because the total evil team didn't win. As far as the rest of it, I don't know what to say. I still think that a running back is more valuable than a wide receiver, but at least I will give you that you didn't get ripped off in your trade. However, Nick, now looking into it even deeper, that was just the dumbest thing I've ever seen. I can't believe that he did that. So, I'm actually more enraged by that trade looking into it than I was just thinking about what I thought was the perception of it. But whatever. I have less defense of Nick than I had before.
Even I just don't see what he saw. I just don't see it.
I don't either. I don't either. But what are you going to do? You can't prevent everybody from trading with Eugene, so he's going to take advantage. I wonder who's going to be the sucker next year. All right. Now I'm going to get like a million text messages, by the way, because I just said that one stupid line tomorrow morning. Never mind, Eugene. You're great. Everybody loves you. You're the greatest trader of all time. I refuse to talk about it because I don't want to be inundated. Have my inbox wake me up. What did you just say? Never mind. Whatever. Still not taking your stupid class on whatever. Alright, I have nothing else to say. I'm ready to be done. Ready to be done with this season. So with that, Verghese, who's not here, probably drunk somewhere. Well, he stopped drinking, so I don't even know. Just avoiding us.
I'm sure he's probably drinking.
Yeah, who knows? He's playing video games, let's be honest. You know, Dr. Hockey, you want to say goodbye? For Keenan Allen, for Ezekiel Elliott, for all of the other people that have been traded.
And my man Fournette.
And Leonard Fournette. For James Conner, for Melvin Gordon, both who decided to go down in the playoffs. Now they're conveniently back this week, of course. Whatever.
For free, for Royce Freeman,
that was that guy. That really he screwed you. Actually, that's part of the reason why you made the trade is because you thought, oh well, I still got two running backs.
That's right.
I know. And you want to get a wide receiver. I actually remember this. Yeah. For Dalvin Cook for Geese, because I know how pissed he is over there. Yeah.
Yeah.
Antonio Brown. For Doug Baldwin. For all the other shitty players that got traded this year. For Le'Veon Bell, who didn't even play, and I didn't even want him. I got stuck with him. That's the big lesson I'm taking away is that I'm not. But I still managed to get there despite having just from the get go.
Players that I benched that I should have played, and for all the players that I played that I should have benched.
Oh my God, that happened so many times this year. I am looking forward to next year. See you in September. Oh, I'm so ready to flush this season down the toilet.
I've been ready.
I know.
I've been ready since about week 6.
I know. All right. So for everyone else, see you next season, or maybe next week if we have to listen to Eugene even more. But I or Whalers if he wants to come on. All right. Good luck, everyone, or just to the two of you, or to the Whalers, really, only to one of you. All right. Carry on.
Carry on.